Hey friends, welcome to Raising Your Prices Challenge. Today we are going to do this amazing exercise that most of my clients, online language teachers and coaches really enjoy working on. And these are permission slips. Today, you and I are going to create permission slips for ourselves that will allow us to improve the way we work, take control of the decisions we make, and feel more empowered. And when you feel more empowered, you get better results than when you feel hopeless or victim of circumstances. I remember when I first started my business, I kind of always looked over my shoulder thinking, am I doing things right? Am I allowed to charge this much? Am I allowed to work like that? What will people say? Is this not greedy to charge this amount or increase my prices after 6 months of working with this client? Is it okay? And it's funny because I constantly kept looking for approval, for somebody to tell me it's okay. You have permission to do that. You're allowed to do that. And it took me a while to understand that because I am in charge of this business, I run this business, I can give myself permission to do all the things that I want to do in my business. And that is why I'm running it. I'm taking risks and I'm getting the rewards. And one of the rewards is permission to go my own way and build my business and grow my business on my own terms. So if you are struggling with raising your prices or offering something new to your clients and you're feeling like, is that okay? Am I allowed to do that? Then you're at the right place because today we're going to create these permission slips for you. Also, I wanted to let you know that in the description today, there is a link that you can sign up to receive the document that I created for you with permission slips. I know in the beginning it might be overwhelming. You're wondering, well, what kind of permissions do I need? And so it's a great thing to have a little cheat sheet, which you can download and use for yourself to unleash your own creativity. I know for myself, I need to see a template before I do something. And so consider that a template and consider that you have permission to use my permission slips. Go and look in the description and find the sign up link. And I hope that you are going to create these beautiful permission slips together with me today. And then from now on, every day when you feel like, am I doing the right thing? You have permission. You have permission to take courageous steps and to make changes that you want to make in your business. So let's get started. Okay, so these are permission slips. Actually, I wanted to show you. Here's one, permission to charge more. That's where I had to draw like a tree, the story of money doesn't grow on trees. And I felt like I need to draw this and I need to feel empowered that, at times when I build an amazing program and a lot of people come and join it, it will feel like money just grew on trees. Of course, there's a lot of work that goes behind it. But at some point, when you're working on your business, particularly when you do things online, you realize, wow, these people, they had no idea who I was. They found me online. They trusted me enough to give me their money. It's beautiful. You have permission to charge more. This one is my favorite for this year. Permission to begin again. I've had my business go through a lot of changes and a lot of differences that came from one stage to another. And I am now in a stage where I'm trying new things because I want to be a beginner. I want to be nimble. I want to overcome my propensity, my desire to control and constantly feel like everything needs to go according to a plan. I want to be a beginner who is curious and who does not fear of risks. So I give myself permission to begin again. If you need those, you can create those. But here's the document that you will download. Actually, it's got a few things cut out of here, but you can download it and you can work on this with me today. So let's see. For this project, I'm going to use one at the bottom. It's called Permission to Feel Successful Now. So what I'm going to do is I will cut it out. Okay. And another one that is really, really helpful is permission to take a break. Many of us really need it. You know, we bought this idea of an online business where, you know, you just work and work and work all the time because that's how things go. But you don't have to. You can take a break. So permission to take a break. So we're going to get started with these. And you can use any paper, really. I use this paper that is kind of like cardstock, but you can use whatever you want. Or maybe you can reuse something to try it out. So I'm going to create 2 of them. So for the first one, I wanted to draw permission or to give myself permission to feel successful now. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to draw myself. Okay. Actually, I will sort of close my eyes. And the thing is, permission to feel successful now. We always think about the future. We look from where we are. We're in a way discontent, and we feel like, oh, I wish I had that. Once I get this to this stage in my business, once I overcome this hurdle, then I will feel happy and then I will feel fulfilled. And guess what? It doesn't feel that way at all. So it's very important to feel and learn and train our brains to think what successful people will think. What is success for me? You know, and how should I practice it right now? So that's something that really also helps me with anxiety. I'm going to sit here cross-legged and I'm going to draw my heart. And I don't know, if you haven't discovered that yet, I'm not really a master illustrator. So I just doodle because I find that it's an amazing exercise. So let's color this. So going back to the idea of being successful now, and I reflect as I create this permission slip. It's very difficult, particularly with the hum of social media and people you are subscribed to and a lot of business people around you, to feel like you are deficient in some way. You're not where you want to be. You're still so far away from your goal. And it's so easy. And I know that because I've, struggled and still struggle with it from time to time. This idea of I'm not where I'm supposed to be. Why am I there? I really want to be in a different place. And I feel like, oh, it's if only I could get to this goal. If only so many people buy from me. If only I can achieve so many subscribers or so many, if only I can get so many clients, then my life is going to be great. And guess what? Then it doesn't happen, because the moment that thing, whatever I want, comes my way, then I feel like, oh, okay, what's my next thing? I can't even be present with that success. I can't even enjoy it. I just want to go on to the next thing. And it's very important, that we learn to be and feel successful right now. And that's the message that I want to convey to myself. And I want to live in it. I want to tell myself, you're already successful. Look at your life, whatever you have today. Even if you're not where you're supposed to be, you are on your way. You are trying. And, I was thinking about that this week because somebody that we know passed away, and their mother passed away. So we went to a funeral and we saw a lot of like elderly people, obviously, because the woman that passed away was elderly, and there were lots of people in there that we knew that are already retired. And in America where I live, a lot of people just wait until retirement, and they're like, oh, I can't wait for my life to start. I can't wait to do all these things that I want to do, but I can't right now because I'm not retired yet. And people live their lives like that. And it just dawned on me, it just shocked me when I saw so many people sitting there. These are the people that just recently retired. And they retired, and now most of the stuff that they do, the majority of things that they do is just go and attend somebody's funeral. And it's kind of depressing almost, that you wait for your life to start, and then you think that once you get to the point of retirement, you will feel so motivated to do all these things that you never did in your past, because you never had the time to do that. And yet when this thing happens, you don't feel as happy as you thought you were going to be. And the same thing with business. I remember thinking, oh, if I could only make this much money, then my life would just change. And then I made this much money, and I couldn't even celebrate it, because I just felt like, oh, well, that's not enough. Now, like, my new goal is this. Now, if I achieve this goal, then my life will definitely be different. And it's not that way. So as you color this, it helps to think about that you are successful now. What you have today, just this is enough. You are enough. You do not need to add any more dollar into your account. You already have the life that you want. You're living. You've put the risk. You are probably, people are looking at you, that what you're doing in a part of your day is sitting here drawing with me, and they're thinking, wow, this is really awful and really like so impractical. And yet this is your life, and you have this choice right now to sit and draw and create a new future. Isn't that beautiful? Okay. Now, really quickly, getting our sky. I love blue. I don't know if you didn't realize that it's everywhere on my website. There was a time when all the clothes, or most of the clothes I had, were blue. I just love the color blue. And whenever I get a chance to draw the sky, I feel like, oh, this is beautiful. I get a chance to play around with my favorite color here. Okay, so it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just taking my time, because I just want to reflect on the idea of I'm successful already. And when you think about you're successful now, that thought comes to your mind, then you will start finding evidence of that in your life. And I'm going to make some clouds here. So we'll put some clouds. I'll let it dry. Okay. And then we'll take the next one, which the next one is permission to take a break. Okay. So here, just to save on time, I'm going to make an abstract little painting, but you can do anything you want, really. You can make flowers or butterflies and get an opportunity, whatever feels like break to you, do that. Whatever looks like break to you, taking a break, smelling the flowers, that is absolutely It's just whatever you want to do, however you want to draw it. And here, I think I'm going to use a little bit of green. And we are done with this big project. Not big, a little bit of an abstract. When my daughter was little, she created this beautiful piece of art. She was 2, I think, or 3. She was learning the words, and she created something like this, and then she wrote A is for abstract, and I almost fell off the chair when she brought it to me. That's when I knew that my daughter would be a linguist, and she is doing very well with languages. Okay, so here it is. We take our first one, and we're going to take this permission to feel successful now. And you can arrange it the way you want to on your card. I kind of want to try 3 lines so that I have this word now at the very, very important spot. Okay. Permission. Okay, I don't think my card is dry completely, but it's okay. This exercise, if anything, it will help you overcome your tendency for perfectionism. And I can tell you that that is a very strong tendency to be perfect, to keep everything just right. And that's not how things work in life. Okay. I'm going to put now at a place where I need to feel it here in my body now. Permission to feel successful now. Okay. And this one is still very, very wet. But I'm going to make it into one reminder and keep it. You can keep them on your bulletin, on your little cork board if you have it. I also put some on my vision board. I have some in my planner. Okay. The opted out planner. At the beginning of each month, we have a little space there in the opted out planner to, oh, I love this, how the colors just run into each other. Oops. Permission to take a break. All right, so these are my 2 permission slips today. What are you going to have? I'm looking forward to seeing that. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. If you liked what you saw, subscribe to this channel, share it with other teachers. They need to get themselves permission slips. And once a month, if you want to get deeper into this practice of doodling and reflecting and creating with your hands and practicing your creativity and also going through coaching and getting your questions answered, I am here for you every month. There's a free Ask Me Anything session, and you can sign up to it by clicking the link in the bio. So check it out and join me. The link will also be in the description, not only in the bio. Thank you so much and have a wonderful rest of the day.